Okay. Okay, you know what we, class, what we studied for the last month, for this last month, we're going to have a discussion on that today. We've discussed, well, what are some of the things we've discussed? Yes? Hispanic Heritage Month, and Rachel, what else? Turn the camera toward her.
Cesar Chavez.
Cesar Chavez. So let's do our discussion today on those two things. I think we'll begin just by talking about, hearing some of your ideas. First of all, I want somebody, let's discuss what you've learned from Hispanic Heritage Month. Let's see the hands. Can somebody tell me what the most important thing is that they've learned from Hispanic Heritage Month? Ricky?
The culture.
You might as well turn it off. You guys don't know anything about Hispanic Heritage Month. You can't do it. Turn it off.
I'll turn it off.
Do this class. You guys didn't learn anything at all about Hispanic Heritage Month? You didn't say a word.
He already said I already said
Oops, ball shoes taping now. I didn't want it to tape now. This lens has got this scratching on it though. I should have put this on a tripod so it wouldn't be. I don't think I'm doing this right. I'm not used to this camera. And come on over here, Holly. How do you focus it?
I know how.
Turn it a little bit for me. I'm trying to hold it level. Okay, that's better. I wanted to get this room. Maybe I'm not holding this close enough. There's a zoom lens in here. Where? Oh, never mind. I just want to get some of these. I want them to see some of the things that you brought in. I'd like to get up closer. I don't know how clear it's going to be. This is hard to do like this. Remember that, check out those things that we were going to talk about for Hispanic Heritage Month when we talked about some of the things that we thought was most important? Nope. I'm trying to pick up some of these pictures, but we haven't started our discussion. Low light, the light's too low over there. It still doesn't look clear enough to me. I'm not used to this. Bring a chair over here, Holly. Come on, you want to hold it? Do you want to? Now I have Jesse do it. Jesse, have you operated one of these before?
Yep.
Tell the truth, Jesse, yes?
I got one at home.
Okay, are you sure?
Yep.
Come on. Let him do it. He's taller than you then. Okay.
What we're doing, what we're going to do is, today we're going to do sort of a follow-up discussion on what we've already discussed in here and what you've already studied so far. And not too long ago, let me say recently, and right now we're finishing up our studies on Hispanic Heritage Month. And then push all the way up.
Okay.
Okay, class, over the last few weeks we've been studying Hispanic Heritage Month, and we've covered a lot of things, and what we want to do today is just have a brief discussion on some of the things that we have actually discussed. And I think we'll just start right off with some of the things that you found most interesting, and let's start off just talking about Hispanics in general. And I want somebody to tell me, what do we mean when I say Hispanics? What do we mean when I say Hispanic? What is Hispanic?
Well, Hispanic is an umbrella term meaning similar languages, cultures, and religion.
Language, culture, and religion. Is that a right group?
Yes.
Okay, I see Brandy's got her hand up. Can you add something to that for us?
Different countries. It doesn't just mean Mexico. It could be Peru, South American countries, countries other than America.
Jerome, she said, they were talking about different countries, and Jerome, did you want to add anything to that too?
It's other Hispanic countries other than Mexico.
Oh, really? Okay, what are they?
Cuba, Peru, Colombia, Brazil,
Yeah.
Central America,
Good.
and many others.
Good, that's good. Anybody want to add anything else to that? Rashad?
Another one is Spain.
Another one is Spain? Okay, and why do you think that when we study Hispanic heritage, class, you know that we've been studying Hispanic Heritage Month. So today what we're going to do is just discuss some of the things that you have learned and some of the projects that you worked on. And what I want you to do right now for today's discussion is just sort of think about something that you think was most interesting to you, either about Hispanic Heritage Month in general or about Cesar Chavez, because those are the main two emphases that we talked about. First of all, probably what we should do is just go back and review a little bit and talk about Hispanic Heritage Month. First of all, I need somebody, does anybody remember about the term Hispanic? What does that mean? Does anybody remember that? What do we mean when I talk about Hispanic? Let's discuss that for a while. Yes, go ahead.
What?
You had your hand up, that's what.
Okay. Hispanics are Mexican, Spaniard, Cuban.
Okay, push stop.
Hispanics are Mexican, Spaniard,
Wait, stop it again. Okay, today, class, we're going to have a discussion, just sort of discussing some of the things that we've already talked about for Hispanic Heritage Month. Maybe we'll talk about Hispanic heritage in general, or about Cesar Chavez, or some of the incidents, circumstances, and some of the people that we discussed during that period. So what I want you to do is think about something that you think was most important or most interesting, and then let's share that in a group setting. Let's just sort of share some of that information, and maybe we can discuss that, and if there's something that you'd like to add, we can talk about it. And I want you to think about comparing and contrasting some of the things in Cesar Chavez's life with your own life. Or in general, just discuss some of the things that happened during Hispanic Heritage Month. And I guess we'll just start off talking about Hispanic in general. Will somebody refresh our memories and just tell us generally, what do we mean by Hispanic? Does anybody remember that? And then tell me what you think about it. Brent, I think I saw your hand first.
Hispanic is a Cuban, Spaniard, Mexican.
Okay. So Brent said that Hispanics are Cubans. What did you say?
Spaniard,
People that are from Spain,
Mexican.
Mexico. Anybody want to add anything else to that? Can anybody think of any other countries? Yes.
People who have the same culture.
Right, that's true. Remember we said Hispanics are people that have, Ed said the same, similar culture. What else? Language, and what else?
Religion.
Right, religion. They have similar, and I want somebody to sum it up and say all three of them again for me. Carrie?
Hispanic is a person or people that have similar culture, language, or religion.
Right, and some examples, we talked about some of the countries, and I think it was, Brent told us, what did you say, Spain, Cuba?
Spain, Cuba, Mexico.
United States either.
Is the United States a Hispanic country?
No.
But what can you tell me about Hispanics then in the United States? What do you think about, okay, are there a lot of Hispanics in the United States, or why do you think we chose to discuss Mexicans for Hispanic Heritage Month? Sierra?
Because we see a lot of them.
Well, we see a lot of them, and can anybody think of any other reason? Yes?
Because there's a lot of them in the U.S.
Right, you're right. Hispanics have the largest, Mexicans are the largest population of Hispanics in the United States. How many of you remember that? Okay, good. Another thing we talked about Mexicans in general after we decided to focus on that. And can somebody tell me what a Mexican is? What do we decide that a Mexican, what did we say a Mexican is? Does anybody remember? Okay, we said Mexicans, we talked about Hispanics, we know they're Hispanics, and then in specific, specifically, we talked about Mexicans. And so who can tell me what a Mexican is? Anybody remember from a long time ago? Okay, I'll try to ring some bells here, okay? Carrie.
The children of Spanish explorers who married Indian women.
Right, very good. Those were the Spanish explorers that married the Indian women. And that's how we got the what? Mexican children, right? Did everybody remember that?
Yeah.
Okay, well then if you didn't remember, now you remember it. Okay, let's go on about Hispanic Heritage Month. What do you think is probably one of the most interesting things that you've studied for Hispanic Heritage Month? Can anybody, let's share that with you, share a little bit with each other. I saw your hand out.
Cesar Chavez.
Cesar Chavez? Okay, what did you think was most interesting about him?
That he was a brave person that would stand up for rights for other people.
Okay, he said that Cesar Chavez was a brave person that stood up for rights, and I see hands all over the place now. Let's go down to Sierra and we'll come right around.
He was a leader of micropower.